I'm fascinated as well because I know what it's like to be an athlete, and you obviously do do a lot of work with athletes. And I guess over my time as an athlete, my ego, ensuring we have a strong ego is so important, right? And I see that across businesses as well. The work I now do with a lot of leaders is that you have to have a pretty tough personality in order to be able to perform at that level. Yeah. And so how do you bring the work of therapy where letting go of that ego, letting go of that personality is actually fundamental to being a better performer? How do you coach and convince these high level performers that vulnerability is actually one of your greatest strengths?
Oh, this is a great question. So one of the things that I talk to players about, our head coach, or all the coaches I work with, high-level athletes, I talk about the ego. And one of the things that people say very quickly is, well, I have no ego. It's about the team. No, we all have egos. So it's not a question if we have ego. You better have ego if you're going to be a high-level athlete. You better be driven by an ego. The question is not if you have an ego, it's do you know how to check it when it's time to be checked? This is really the question. I think it's a fake version to say, well, I have no ego. It's just about everyone else. No, it's not. No, self-interest drives everything that we do. We can dance around that if we want, but we are all driven by self-interest. Everything we do. I and my wife chose to be parents. It was driven by self-interest because we wanted to be seen as great parents. Oh my God, they're great. Their kids are so good. Their parents must have done a great job. That was self-interest. So I can dance around that and try to deny that and say, well, it's not about me. I'm telling a story. I lie to myself. So this is what I talk to players and high-level athletes about, is learning how to check that ego in the context of the team when it's needed. And unleashing that ego when you need to say, Kobe Bryant would say at the end of the game, you better swing it my way.